Day 13, Unlocked, a Realtor's Life.
Welcome to day 13 of Unlocked, a Realtor's Life. In this episode, I'm going to address virtual showings. First, let's discuss the buyers I generally serve. So I target buyers primarily interested in luxury Gulf access homes or condos here in Southwest Florida. They're generally in the $800,000 to $2 million range. Plus, I estimate that probably 95% of all my buyers are from outside of the state of Florida, and they're looking for a second home, vacation home. Sometimes it may be their retirement home, or even sometimes it's an investment property. A lot of them come down in the winter, early spring, and they spend a few days with me, and we're hitting it hard trying to find the right property at the right price. But a lot of times we don't find that perfect home on their initial trip. So after their first visit, I have a great idea of what they're looking for, and I can set up a very specific email search to feed them properties that closely match their ideal home.
Now, when the buyer finds what looks like the perfect property online, I offer to go to the property and do a virtual showing where I'll FaceTime them or even use Zoom, where I go to the property and walk through and show them the home just like they were there in person. If they love the property, we can make an offer, and once accepted, the buyers then generally have 10 to 15 days for the home inspection/cancellation period. This allows them time to come down and verify that this is the home of their dreams, and we can get the home inspection done while they're here. If they don't like the home for any reason, the buyer has the option to cancel the contract during the home inspection period and get any escrow funds returned. The advantages of this virtual showing for the buyer is that speed often wins the deal, in particular when it is a really unique property or if we're in a hot seller's market. In this instance, a live virtual tour can eliminate wasted trips and save you both time and money. No airfare roulette or hotel hopscotch until you're sure about the property and have it under contract. My clear walkthrough virtual tours, backed by further research on the property as well as a custom video, including drone footage, will give you the confidence to make an informed decision prior to placing an offer. When I do the virtual showing, I generally start from the street, showing you the surrounding homes and the neighborhood and the landscaping, and then upon entering the home, it is very similar to a typical showing. However, I have to point out things that may not come across on the video. Those are things like how the natural light looks, or if there's a musty smell, or to let you know my opinion of the quality of the finishes and the workmanship of the home. The walkthrough normally includes the pool and deck, where I discuss the rear facing of the home and its importance here in Southwest Florida, as most people prefer to have the rear of the home face either west or south so that it gets more sun in the winter and so that they can see our gorgeous sunsets. As I go through the property, I try to point out the storm protection, whether it's impact windows and doors, electronic or manual roll down screens, or accordion storm shutters, or just manual storm covers to no protection at all. Lastly, will be to see the backyard and note any fencing, the condition of the landscaping, and in most cases we'll be previewing a dock and a lift, as well as taking a preliminary look at the condition of the seawall. After the virtual showing, if the buyer has sincere interest in the property, I will do a separate walkthrough video and drone video of the property. Then I will go back to my office to do further online research, like finding the right comps for the home, determining the correct flood zone, looking at the city assessments for the property, looking at the permits that have been pulled, as well as figuring out the distance and time it would take to boat to open water, as well as the depth and width of the canals, the bridge heights if applicable. After I have completed all my research and made the custom video, I send this on to the buyer and set up a call to discuss in more detail. Well, stay tuned now for tomorrow's episode where I'll show you an example of a custom video I made for the buyer after the virtual showing. Have a great day.